questions truthfully. Afterward, Kirito asked you to join him, but you refused, expressing his belief that Gurren had some principles unlike Kirito. Later, you approached Gurren and questioned whether he saved him in the past as an experiment only to use him now. Gurren assured him that they were like a family and promised to help him save Mika.
Stop the cap!
You asked Gurren to teach him how to use the Imperial Arm, which was part of Gurren's plan. Meanwhile, Mika struggled with his thirst for blood, and Farid offered him a child's blood. However, Mika resisted the temptation and saved the child. Farid promised to let Mika attend the meeting the next day. Shinoa and Mitsuba were instructing the rest of their group on how to use Imperial arms. During their training, Yoichi displayed exceptional control over his cursed power, impressively defeating 4 enemies. You felt jealous and questioned Shinoa if she had given Yoichi special training. Shinoa explained that Yoichi's control was always remarkable from the start. Later, you offered his blood to his demon, Asuramaru, but instead of losing control, he fell unconscious. Shinoa and Yoichi remained tight-lipped about what happened to you during a past battle, per Shinoa's instructions. Shinoa grew suspicious of Shinoa, wondering if she was keeping something from you and using him for her own purposes. Shinoa promised to explain after their training. During the training, you experienced intense pain as he made contact with his demon. He had a nightmare where he saw himself as a child, rejected and attacked by his parents, but he managed to remain in control because of a promise he made to Mika. When he woke up, you found his friends surrounding him, and he declared that he had successfully formed a contract with his inner demon. Meanwhile, the vampire nobles observed you going berserk and believed that the humans had succeeded in creating a Seraph of the End. Farid summoned Mika to a meeting, which surprised Queen Cruel, as she had supposedly killed all children with Seraph of the End factors years ago. Cruel discussed her plan to destroy the Japanese Imperial Demon Army with the other nobles. After the meeting, she confronted Farid about his intentions, unable to kill him due to potential leaks of sensitive information. Shinoa went through the same ritual to form an agreement with her demon, and her friends prepared for the worst as she fought her demon while unconscious. Shinoa faced a nightmare in which her sister, Mirai, was suffering from a deadly disease and needed to be killed to save the group. However, Shinoa resisted and ultimately made the contract, inspired by Yu's selflessness. Upon waking up, Shinoa challenged Yu to a friendly contest of strength, and they impressed Shinoa and Mitsuba with their special abilities. Later, while exploring the library, they discovered that someone had erased all data concerning their pasts. Shinoa had a foreboding feeling about this development. In the vampire's territory, a letter was delivered through a pigeon and was shown to Kirito by Aoi. Kirito immediately summoned Gurren after reading the letter. Meanwhile, Yu, Yoichi, and Shiho joined Shinoa and Mitsuba for breakfast, but they found it burnt. Shiho taught them how to make an omelet, and they had breakfast together. Shinoa explained that they wanted to discuss 2 important matters: Yu's past as a test subject in an experiment that caused him to lose control on the battlefield and almost harm Shino, and their concerns about Gurren's trustworthiness and hidden motives. Yu was taken aback by this revelation. Gurren met with Kirito at a location where 3 vampires were being held captive. Kirito revealed that he had found a fast way to turn vampires into demons and ordered Gurren to kill the captives. However, Gurren refused to be ordered around, confident that Kirito wouldn't kill him while he was still useful. Kirito questioned Gurren about how he found Yu, Yoichi, and Shiho 3 black blades. Gurren claimed it was luck and seemed unfazed by Kirito's threats. Kirito expressed his plan to eliminate all the vampires in Japan, along with any human organizations, and establish the world under the rule of the Demon Army. He instructed Gurren to lead his team and 100 troops to Nagoya, where 10 vampire nobles were located, with the aim of killing them and seizing the area while Kirito prepared for the final battle. Feeling saddened and alone, Yu was comforted by Shinoa, who assured him that accidents happen and she was alive and well. Yu requested Shinoa's support during their attack on the vampires to prevent him from losing control again. He expressed that his friends were like family to him, and he still couldn't forget about Mika, who was also a part of his family. Shinoa and the others pledged their loyalty and commitment to the mission of bringing back their lost family members and preparing for battle as the Shinoa squad. Mika, dealing with his intense thirst for blood, sought out Cruel, who allowed him to drink her blood while they embraced. Mika asked for forgiveness for his behavior, and Cruel granted his request for more blood. She revealed her intention to protect both Yu and Mika because she needed 2 Seraphs of the End. She informed Mika about the impending war between humans and vampires and his secret mission to hide from both sides to protect Yu, a mission to which Mika agreed. Gurren planned for the upcoming war, and Shinoa reported to him that Yu and Shiho had completed their weapon training. Gurren assigned a mission to Shinoa, instructing her to meet him at the staging base the next day, as they were going to confront the vampires in Nagoya. Nika was also making his way to Nagoya. In a lab, Kirito was overseeing an experiment involving Mirai. He ordered the experiment to begin. Shinobu and her group were traveling in a jeep, but Shihu was frustrated with her awkward directions and asked where they were heading. They encountered a monster on the way, and Yu got off the jeep to defeat it. However, more monsters appeared, and they had to leave Yu behind while asking him to meet them in Abina. Yu was surprised and upset about this decision. Meanwhile, Gurren's squad was waiting for everyone to gather, and Maito was scouting the area. Suddenly, Shinya arrived in a luxury car, having overheard Kirito's conversation referring to them as sacrificial pawns. He came to offer aid to Gurren because he believed that merely 100 soldiers wouldn't be enough to kill the vampire nobles. Yu later joined his squad and expressed his anger at being left behind.
置いてこうとしたやつなんか仲間じゃねえだろ。
ちゃんと拾ってあげたじゃないですか。
Gurren explained the plan to the troops. Shinoa's group arrived late and hid to avoid being noticed. However, Gurren caught them and berated them in front of everyone. Yu stepped up and took the blame on himself. After Gurren's speech, Yu was called by Gurren, expecting to be scolded. But Gurren praised him for shouldering the blame alone for his team. Gurren ordered Goshi to use an illusion spell to scare Shinoa and her group, but it turned out to be a punishment for letting Yu come alone. Gurren expressed doubt about Shinoa's leadership skills and decided to engage in battle, with only 3 members from Gurren's squad, including Gurren himself, Shinya, and Maito, fighting. Shinoa began strategizing with her squad. The battle commenced, and Shinya disrupted the enemy formations as the fight began. Although Yu impressed everyone with his responses to Gurren's attacks, they still lost easily. Gurren questioned how they would defend themselves against even stronger vampire nobles and suggested that they work on their teamwork to become stronger. Narumi objected to Gurren's decision to bring the children on the battlefield, fearing they would be a liability. Gurren ordered Narumi to take care of them and grouped Shinoa's squad with Narumi's squad, introducing them to each other. Gurren announced that the time was up and they should prepare to depart for Nagoya. Shinoa apologized to her squad for their loss due to her incompetency as a commander, but Yu and others motivated and supported her. Meanwhile, Mika and other vampires were taking children to Nagoya as a tribute to the nobles. Kai Luke offered Mika some blood, but he refused, suffering from bloodthirst and remembering what Cruel had told him. He even attacked a child but stopped himself in time. Shinoa's squad was waiting for the mission to begin when Narumi arrived to review their plan. The objective was to simultaneously kill 8 nobles, and failure would be disastrous if the nobles were grouped. Each noble had a 15-man team assigned to take them down. Narumi grew angry with Yu's nonchalant attitude and lack of seriousness, which made the squad feel uneasy and question their trust in him. He emphasized that one small mistake could cost the lives of 100 soldiers. Shinoa apologized for Yu's behavior and assured the squad that they would not let them down. Yu also apologized to Narumi, explaining that he might not remember the name of the enemy, but he remembered the names of the people he needed to protect. The squad was hiding in a building, waiting for their target to arrive at the usual time. Yoichi was nervous as it was his first sniper mission, but Shinya reassured him, reminding him that they had a combat team ready if they failed. 5 minutes left until their target's arrival, the mission began. Lukal Wesker, their target, was accompanied by Esther Lee. Lukal was frustrated about following Cruel's orders since he was loyal to Leskar. Suddenly, they noticed 2 attacks heading towards Lukal, and he used Esther as a shield to defend himself. Narumi ordered everyone to take the curse enhancement pill and prepare for battle. Lukal retaliated, attacking the tower where Shinya and Yoichi were positioned. Shinya instructed Yoichi to kill as many noble vampires as possible before falling back. The combat squad moved forward to attack Lukal, but he proved to be incredibly powerful, overpowering them. Though they managed to hold him momentarily, he cut his hand to free himself. Shiho disobeyed Narumi's order to maintain formation, believing they could never defeat Lukal that way. Shinoa suggested letting Yu and Shiho do as they pleased, trusting they had a plan. Shiho began provoking Lukal, and the plan worked as their target charged at them. Yu delivered a fatal strike, and Inoue attempted to finish him, but Lukal chose to stab himself with her sword to avoid being killed by humans. They celebrated their victory over a noble and wondered how the other squads were doing. Meanwhile, Guren defeated a noble named Mel Stefano single-handedly, leaving his squad worried about what would happen if he died. Guren explained that he left Shinya in charge for that very reason. Shortly after, a wounded squad leader named Kusunoki arrived, reporting that his team of 45 members was defeated. 19 were killed, and the rest were taken hostage, and the vampires demanded the commander's presence. Kusunoki apologized and expressed his honor to have fought alongside Guren before passing away. Guren instructed his squad to reunite with Narumi and Shinobu's squad, as their next target was Crowley Usford, who was waiting for them at the city hall. Horn intervened to stop Chess from killing the hostages and asked Crowley about his thoughts on the human attack. Crowley expressed concern that humans were progressing rapidly, suspecting a traitor among the vampires leaking information, possibly someone higher up. He showed them that the wounds inflicted by human weapons weren't regenerating and warned them to be cautious. Narumi and Shinoa's squad were waiting for other squads to join them. Aihara returned with nearly half of her squad wiped out but having completed the mission. Yu suggested they rest and guard the area. Guren and his squad also returned, and Narumi praised Shinoa's squad for their excellent performance. Guren then observed Aihara's squad, which had lost 8 members. Aihara blamed herself, but Guren explained they were all heading for another mission. Guren informed them that all 9 squads assigned to kill 3 nobles at the city hall were defeated, and 23 soldiers were taken hostage. He explained that their next mission would require more manpower to rescue their comrades and kill the nobles. Aihara wanted to join them, but Guren assigned her to guard duty and instructed the other squads that had returned to go to the airport. Guren, along with his squad, Narumi, and Shinoa's squad,